main aim of CUKC is to practice and to teach traditional Shotokan karate at a very high level. But what you get out of it is basically up to you. Some people come because they want to see themselves wearing a black belt one day. Some people just come to make friends, have fun, get fit. Other people want to compete, and sometimes they end up competing for England. Whichever of these is you, maybe some of them, maybe none of them, we have something to offer.
The style of karate that the club teaches its sessions is Shotokan, but club members come from all different stylistic backgrounds. So I come from a Wado background, for example. I've used Wado kata to compete for CUKC in both Varsity and Bucks. At the same time, I've been learning Shotokan kata during our lessons, and I've been learning Shitoru kata.
There is not a singular atmosphere within the CUKC, as it largely depends on when you're in touch with the club. Of course, the atmosphere is going to be very different if you're at training, a competition or a social. Likewise, the atmosphere will differ in relation to what you hope to gain from joining the CUKC.
The short answer is yes, the club has a very good social life. We do all sorts of socials, ranging from picnics to pub trips to punting, and all of it builds up to the big CUKC annual dinner in Easter term, which is amazing.
We're open to absolutely anyone of any ability level or style. I joined last year as a fresher with pretty much no sporting experience, let alone martial arts experience, and now I'm vice president. So I definitely say we have a super welcoming, super supportive environment, and whether you want to compete, train for your black belt, or just scream and kick things for a bit, you're absolutely welcome to come along, and you really have no excuse not to try it out.
As the club is formally a KUGB Shotokan club, many of the competitions we attend are organised by the KUGB. For example, the Student Nationals in Michaelmas, the Central Regions in Lent, and the Nationals in Easter. Our Varsity competition also follows Shotokan Kumite rules, whilst Bucks is an open all-styles competition which follows EKF rules. However, you will not be pressured to compete, and you can compete as little or as much as you want.
Karate Varsity is a lot of fun, so the way that it works is that we alternate with Oxford, who hosts each year. We get there, we do the kata and the kumite, we award the trophies, figure out who's won, always us, and then we go to the pub with them, have a bit of a social, and then the one that's not the hosting side gets in the coach and goes home.
There aren't strict teams for the year, as they are selected ahead of each individual competition. The only exception to this will be the team kata, or katas, for this year, as we are trialling the formation and selection of these teams halfway through Michaelmas. These teams will then be expected to train regularly and maintain a high standard so that they can compete in competitions throughout the year. This will be the only formal team aspect of competitions, as they are primarily individual, with even the Team Kumite team categories relying on individual performances for selection ahead of each competition. CUKC has a very strong women's team that has come a long way in the past few years. Last year, owing much to the trial of Saturday women's only Kumite sessions, women often dominated our competition squads, making up 8 out of 12 Cambridge competitors that we took to the Student Nationals and 7 of the 18 that participated in Bucks. There wasn't just a strong female presence last year, but a high success rate too, as women won 6 out of the 9 gold medals won across the year.
The club runs training sessions 6 times a week during term time, so 2 of them are up at the University Sports Centre and then the other 4 are at college venues in the centre of town. We do lots of different sessions, so Mondays Kumite, Wednesdays beginners, Thursdays kata, Fridays Kumite, Saturdays the women's Kumite, and then Sundays the big general session. We're hoping to replicate all of these this year, depending on what the situation is with COVID.
Because of the coronavirus restrictions, obviously we're currently not allowed to make any physical contact. Now that's not too big a problem for karate because 2/3 of it, the kata part and the kion part, are done individually anyway. Now when it's safe to do so, Sport England have given us various guidelines, which means that we'll go from what we're doing now, 2 metre distance, no bare feet, no physical contact. We'll start to hit pads in stage 2, and then in stage 3 we're allowed to make full physical contact.
So in order to train with CDKC after your first couple of taster sessions, you'll need a KGB licence, which costs about £30 for the year, and then you'll need to pay membership fees, which are tiered depending on the amount that you want to train. So if you want to train once per week, or if you want to train as much as you want to. Competitions are a little extra on top of this, and realistically the main cost for those is just the travel and the hotel if we need it for the competition.
For your very first couple of lessons, no equipment is needed. Just turn up in clothes suitable for exercise, and with the first lesson free, give it a go to see if it's something you wish to continue. If you do decide you want to continue, you will need to buy a gi, which is the white karate suit, and a KGB licence. Both of these you can get through the club. For kumite, women will need a chest guard and men will need a groin box, as well as white kumite gloves for KGB competitions.
There are quite a few college-based sports funds, which is where the majority of our members get their competition expenses paid through. There are also a few university funds, and the club does actually subsidise some of the competitions that we go to. If you have any individual particular financial need, do get in touch with the treasurer and we'll see what we can do as a club to support you, because we want to make karate the most accessible sport that we can.
So whether you've got a decade of karate experience or you've never done it before in your life, everybody is welcome to come to one of our Wednesday or Sunday classes. Just turn up, wear a t-shirt, some shorts or tracksuit bottoms, and we'll help you out. And your first 2 classes are also free. If you're unsure about this, you feel nervous about just showing up to one of our lessons, go to our website, go to the committee page, you can email anybody there and they'll put you at ease, answer any questions that you might have.